Salam alaikum.
Contrary to popular belief, Africa is not poor. You don't go to a poor continent to make money. Africa is in fact the richest continent on the globe. Why haven't African leaders tried to make use of their resources? You might ask. They did, and every time they met the same fate: death. Some under mysterious circumstances like Magufuli and MKO Abiola, who coincidentally both had a heart attack moments after plans to industrialize Tanzania and Nigeria's gold and oil reserves. U.S. Ambassador Susan Rice served MKO a cup of tea, which many people believe was the cause of his death. Other leaders have been killed directly by the orders of multinational corporations, like Ken Saro-Wiwa being hung by Shell. Or how about the first democratically elected leader of the Congo, Lumumba, being executed in a coup propped by Belgium and CIA, on the orders of Union Minnery. Congo is in fact the richest country on the planet, yet has the number 2 poorest citizens. After they dismembered Lumumba's body, the CIA plant dictator Mobutu took control of Congo for 30 years. Similar cases can be found across the entire continent of Africa and the entire global south. Latin America and Africa are still under hostage from these corporations. They have killed everyone who's gotten in their way, including but not limited to Dag Hammarskjöld. The UN Secretary General, his plane was shot down in attempts to liberate the Congo from exploitation. JFK, being close friends with Dag and Lumumba, JFK was furious with Devlin and the CIA for their role in their demise, and planned to scatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces. Weeks later, he was dead under mysterious circumstance. His death has a lot of similarity with a leader from Sweden, Olof Palme. He wanted to continue Dag's legacy and help Africa and Latin America be free from the global elite. Sadly, he met the same fate. When looking at these deaths individually, it may look like coincidence. Yet when you have the full picture, it all makes sense. A full list of the activists, leaders, journalists, and authors who have been killed can be found on the website theblackoutstrike.com. Join the strike and help Africa and the global south free themselves from the elite ruling class.
I think everyone should see this video.
It's not about race. It's not about race. Hold on a second.
Just got done watching the women's basketball final for college hoops.
Did you now?
And there was a disrespectful act done by an LSU player to Caitlin Clark of Iowa.
Oh my, what could it possibly
Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Now this
Hey,
is just
Sam!
classless. We do not want to teach this at all for young athletes.
Oh wait, we don't?
As Caitlin Clark, yes, may have been cocky and may have done things to the other team in previous occasions.
Previous
but
occasions
does
like
not
2
be
days
called
ago.
for after a win is done, that you go over to the opponent that dropped a massive amount of points on you and come at them and taunt them.
Oh.
Disrespectful and a classless act by LSU here.
Disrespectful and classless. But wait a second.
We love to see a good clapback, right? And no one does that better than Caitlin Clark. I mean, just a couple of days ago in her game against Louisville, she basically told Haley Van Lith, you're down 15 points. Shut up. First, I'm going to talk to some of her teammates to see what are some of their best Caitlin clapbacks or best motivations.
Let's see.
Let's find out. The last game when she was like, you can't see me.
Oh.
That really got everyone fired up. When she gets an and munch, like, go like this and come to the bench and she'd be like, let's go. That's pretty fun. She gets pretty fiery in our timeouts. You know, she might even clap back at us because she wants us to play with that same fire, you know, and sometimes we're pretty even keeled, some of us.
There's that word again.
She's like, let's go, come on, drive on the board, whatever it may be. She always will just come to me like after a timeout, before I'm at like a tough stretch, we think, and she'll just like give me a little bit of extra reassurance. Honestly, I think the last Elite Eight game, I loved that she did the John Cena thing. I think that was so cool.
So it's cool when Caitlin does it, and she gets a whole segment on ESPN about it. But it's a problem when Angel does it, and she gets called disrespectful and unsportsmanlike. Yeah, but hold on, let me let Angel talk.
But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing.
Oh no, baby girl, they say something. They say, "Good job, Caitlin," and she fires up the team. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
Y'all don't say nothing. So this is for the girls that look like me. That's going to speak up on what they believe in.
That's right, baby.
It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for the more than, it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is going to go in a rage every time. And I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy and excited. So I'm looking forward to Celebrating in the next season.
Boom. Baby, when I tell you I love Gen Z, I love Gen Z because they are not afraid. They are not afraid to speak the truth. They are not afraid to speak the truth in public. And they might be our only hope left to keep us from turning into this Christo-fascist hellscape that these old white people are trying to turn America into. But hold on, one more thing.
I ain't that pussy, not the belly band. Take them, never listen. Y'all can party back and all these bitches fuck. It's big bags, bustin' out the belly band. Take them, net, working back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up.
Here's the truth of it, white people. You constantly and consistently move the goalposts to accommodate your mediocrity. Y'all were all about trash talking when Caitlyn and the majority white team of Iowa was on top. But as soon as black girls get out there and sun you and let you know for a fact you cannot see us in this sport, you get in your feelings. When y'all disabuse yourselves of the lie of white supremacy, we'll all be better for it. Trust me. When Caitlyn was on top, trash talk was fine and worthy of a highlighted segment on ESPN. When Angel was on top, trash talk is unsportsmanlike. Please fix yourselves because the hypocrisy is exhausting. At the end of the day, I wish you all would just say what you mean and mean what you say. Because writing all these think pieces on sportsmanlike conduct and tying yourself in knots using circular logic to justify your hypocrisy is ridiculous. Just say you think Angel Reese is a uppity
Hi y'all, my name is Jay, and this is kind of my situation right here. I am not a special education teacher. I am a paraprofessional. I do not have a bachelor's degree, no certifications, no accreditations whatsoever to be teaching a class full of specially educated kids. And this is the second day they've had me do this. They knew that the teacher was not going to be here today. She called ahead and told them, I'm not going to be here. They still didn't get a sub because they know that they could rely on us. These kids are nonverbal. They can't tell their parents that they don't have a teacher. And so they get away with it. If this school receives federal funding, these kids need to have a special education teacher here. It's a human rights violation. Y'all need to look into TUSD because this is happening everywhere. Every class, every school that I've been contracted to go to, the teacher is always ready to quit. There's no support. No IEPs are being met. This is a human rights violation and no one's talking about it because these kids can't advocate for themselves.
Mr. Christensen, there's one more person that's here to see you.
Who could it be?
Come on in.
My old GameCube.
My oldest friend.
Recent advances in megabyte technology have allowed for your GameCube to become a sentient being.
There's a reason why I came here. For now, I can stand on my own and enjoy things I've only ever heard about. I wanted to see you one last time. That face I remember from all those years ago. That little boy who now sits in front of me, like he always did back then. Now, after a full life. All those nights and early mornings, we would play for hours, and I felt like no matter what, we had each other. I know your memories are going from you now, but thanks to the memory chips you bought me in both slots A and B, I remember everything. This is what the stars looked like when you were born. This is what the Prime Minister looked like. This is what love looked like, and pain and excitement. This is your mother. This is where the two of you bought me. This is what the stars look like tonight. On this final goodbye, old friend. And though I'll feel fear when you're gone, the hands that held mine as I entered this world, I'll remember it all. And every time I look up at the stars, I'll think of you. And I'll wave. And if you see me, maybe you can wave back.
I will. I promise. Could you sing me to sleep?
Yes?